Hi, beautiful people. I hope you guys are doing great. How are you guys doing? Where I am, it's Friday. I hope you have a great week. In today's video, we're going to talk about reactive abuse. Let me know in the comment section, in the chat box, your ideas. Let me know your experience, thoughts on reactive abuse. It's a real thing. If you're dealing with or are in a high conflict, chaotic, narcissistic, abusive, unstable type relationship, which is here for the most part. That's what I address. Let me know. And I'm going to link some videos and I'll come back and put my take on it.
So that right there could be a clear example of what a lot of people refer to as reactive abuse in toxic relationships, y'all. Like that happens when a narcissistic person or a toxic person just keeps on poking you and poking you and poking you, and then you explode and show a side of yourself that you probably don't show very often, or a side of yourself that you didn't know was in there. Being in a toxic relationship with a narcissistic person can bring out the absolute worst versions of you. Like a lot of people leave these toxic relationships with narcissistic people feeling ashamed of themselves, of how they behaved and what they put up with and things of that nature. And a narcissistic person, like when you react to their abuse or their abusive behaviors, it empowers them. Like narcissistic people inside of our heads, like we feel like we can control you, because like if I can trigger a reaction out of you, I am in control of you. You are not in control of you. So that's why I'm consistently telling people, like, controlling your reactions against a narcissistic person is a superpower, because your reactions feed them.
Red flags are personal to you. I don't even date men where their kids are not with them. It's like, why your kids in Atlanta? You out here working freely like a regular person. Why are your kids in Atlanta? You need to be where your kids are. So I can't do any of that. I don't ever want to think I'm the exception. So it's like, are you gonna treat my kids like that? Are you just gonna pick up and leave, talk about you got a new job somewhere, and you think you gonna leave my kids? Well, so if your other kids somewhere else and you not down there, then it's clearly not a priority. Not a priority enough for you to date me.
See, Ticia, that I stitched her video right with this video. She said the quiet part loudly, and I couldn't agree with her more. I personally would not date a man or be with a man who is not consistent or involved in the lives of his children, or not in the same area, proximity-wise, distance-wise, to his children. That means he doesn't prioritize his children. His children are an afterthought, and that should be a red flag for any woman who is not a pick-me. But of course, if you're a pick-me, because like I say in most of my videos, some of these men, they present well, right? So you think, oh, it's a catch, he's a catch. But what you're not seeing is what he's doing to the other woman's children. He can possibly do it to your children at some point. Again, when the supply becomes old and he needs new supply, because it's part of his DNA. That is his MO, that is his pattern. But for now, you're the winner. Great. Now, the next thing to know is when you see these men that are presenting well, right? They're high conflict, narcissistic, abusive, manipulative. They use all the tactics. They have dark psychology energy, right? And they present well to the world because they're charming, they're giving, they're community activists, leaders, business. A lot of them might even be really wealthy. They have power, all of that stuff. But they're very dark, especially when you're close to them or being close to them for a while. Especially when they can't have their way and they feel like their ego get bruised, or they have what we call the narcissistic injury. When they sustain that kind of narcissistic injury, oh, you are in for some type of dark vengeance. They will come at you, and sometimes they will use finances. They will use punishment. They will punish you. They will disconnect. They will not emotionally connect with you ever again. They will use stonewalling months for years. They are very adverse to how to do conflict, how to use silent treatment. Oh, they love it. But the thing is, you just have to let it not faze you at all because you know it, you see it, you know what they're doing. So that is the win right there. When you see the pattern and you can't detach and run, and run for your own safety, mental safety especially, because some of these men will drive you crazy psychologically. They will drive you to your grave, okay? Look at Jennifer's case in Connecticut and look at the story behind Jennifer's case. That's kind of like what happened. That husband of hers was dark for the most part, but she was so desperate to have that family, to have the image, and potentially of exposing your children to an abusive stepmother, the dark stepmother. The stepmother that will abuse and mistreat your children is higher. Whether you allow this to happen even when you're trying to parent, or you let yourself be abused to the point where you can't function mentally, you can't work mentally, or you end up not being here anymore because you unalive yourself or got some type of a chronic sickness that got you to 6 feet under sooner than you would have wanted, and you leave your children in such precarious, vulnerable place. When the man hates you, a lot of time hates the children too. A lot of times, especially if the woman, you're protective of those vulnerable children, you're speaking up and you don't want to be silenced. Some of these men will do everything, including harassing you. Okay, people will not know or see it, but they will harass you online. They will harass you through text message. They will harass you through legal system. They will harass you through holding off child support or spousal support. They will do all kinds of messiness with money just to crumble you. But that's where you have to pull your power. You have to pull your power back and show them that women, we have power. But you have to do it so quietly. You have to do it so strategically so that your children don't find themselves with some abusive stepmother somewhere because you have made yourself lose your power with such people. But such people do exist. But you have to be aware of the fact that reactive abuse is real, emotional abuse is real, spiritual abuse is real, manipulation is real, psychological abuse, dark psychology is real. Okay. I love to see us point, and I wanted to jump on here and add a little bit of my thoughts. Let me know your thoughts and your opinions in the comment, in the chat box. Okay, bye.
Red flags are personal to you. I don't even date men where their kids are not with them. It's like, why your kids in Atlanta? You out here working freely like a regular person. Why are your kids in Atlanta? You need to be where your kids are. So I can't do any of that. I don't ever want to think I'm the exception. So it's like, are you gonna treat my kids like that? Are you just gonna pick up and leave, talk about you got a new job somewhere, and you think you're gonna leave my kids? Well, so if your other kids somewhere else and you not down there, then it's clearly not a priority. Not a priority enough for you to date me.
Oh, wait. The hell is that, dude? Why are you trying to
So for the people that don't know, reactive abuse occurs when an individual who is the victim of abuse in a relationship reacts in a manner that may appear as aggressive or even abusive. In other words, a reasonable crash out. And ladies, you see, this response is the result of being constantly provoked, manipulated, or mistreated by your abuser. Not to mention you feeling invalidated or even feeling like you're being taken for granted. And you see, a lot of times dudes will feel like she's overreacting or even make it seem as if she's the one that's crazy, when in actuality, what she is doing is she is reacting to your actions and what you have done to her.
Be for real.
Exactly. Stop talking to me. Try to antagonize me. You want me to blow up so you can use that against me. That's what that's your little
that's what you believe.
Like,
that's what you
leave me alone.
You don't even know how to
You're sitting here talking about me and my dad and all this stuff. Leave me alone.
Yeah, because
I'm telling you to leave me alone. I'm not feeling good. You're not making me feel good. So can you please leave me alone? You continue to try to antagonize me, talk about me, speak about me. For what? I'm not speaking about you. So leave me alone.
You sat there and called me all types of names and all type of stuff.
Today?
And you think
I did not.
And you think somebody has something against you when all I've done is try to help you, sweetheart.
You're lying.
That's it.
He's a narcissist.
It's just like you keep pushing until
can you please leave me alone?
When all you have to say is you don't want a relationship.
Leave me alone.
I will operate in
Leave me alone.
And I will operate in that path.
Leave me alone.
The lady is pregnant, and she said this is what he does on a regular. He's going to push her. The moment she reacts, he goes quiet, and then she would come off as the mad person.
Lashonda, that's your problem. You run away from it.
Leave me alone. You're not good to talk to right now.
Lashonda.
I don't feel comfortable to talk to you. Lashonda. I don't feel safe emotionally with you, so leave me alone.
Emotionally, you're not there emotionally.
And you're not there as a man. You're just arguing with me. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Look how you try to expose me on the camera because now you recorded. When it was recorded, you was dogging me. You're a narcissist and I'm on your game. You fool your mom, you fool your dad, you fool everybody around you. You know you're a narcissist. Leave me alone. I'm telling you to leave me alone. You never had your father in your life. Leave me alone.
You should leave her alone. She's pregnant. Why is he so insensitive? The lady is pregnant. Leave her alone.
Leave me alone.
You can't tell me how to be a man, sweetheart. You don't know what love is. Because if you knew what love is, you would know everything I've done.
Leave me alone.
You and our family.
Leave me alone.
Now we'll leave you alone. But you need to think before you speak. Especially when it comes to certain people who's doing stuff for you that nobody else has done for you. And is willing to do for you. Get yourself together mentally before you open your mouth.
Have you ever snapped at someone after being pushed to your breaking point only for them to turn it around on you? That's called reactive abuse. Reactive abuse happens when somebody who's been repeatedly manipulated, provoked, mistreated finally reacts, often in a way that seems out of character, but then the abuser uses your reaction to make you look like you're the problem. They may say things like, see, you're the crazy one, or you're the abusive one here, and it's a tactic for them to shift blame and avoid accountability for their behavior. But let's be clear, your reaction doesn't make you the abuser. It's a very human response to being emotionally overwhelmed or push past your limits. It's also one of the most misunderstood dynamics in toxic relationships, and it leaves a lot of victims feeling guilty or ashamed for how they responded. But remember that reacting to abuse doesn't make you abusive. It's a sign of how deeply their behavior has affected you. What matters is recognizing that pattern from the abuser, breaking free, and prioritizing your healing, because you deserve a life where you don't have to defend your actions or your reality.
Reactive abuse is when someone who experiences gaslighting, manipulation, control for prolonged amount of time, they finally break. They react. The person who has put them through that prolonged suffering then uses that reaction as an opportunity to make themselves look like the victim and the actual person who's been experiencing this to look like the aggressor. Why would they do this? How does this even benefit them? It helps them to be able to shift the blame onto you, manipulate the narrative, and avoid accountability.
No, I'm not. You make a decision.
Leave me alone.
I'm not talking to you.
But you're talking about me. Why can't you just leave me alone?
Because
you're trying to get a reaction out of me. Leave me alone. You're a grown man.
Go in the room.
Don't talk to me like that.
Go in the room. Stay in the room and think about what you're doing.
Who are you talking like I'm a child?
Because that's how you're acting.
Leave me alone.
Update, he has packed all his things and is attempting to take my baby with him. He said he's leaving me. I don't know, guys. What the fuck did I do? My husband's about to leave me. And I don't think he's playing. What the fuck? He ain't taking my baby, though. He pulled the car up. Where are you bringing my son?
It's not his fucking business.
Look, he's crying. He doesn't want to go with you.
Pretty sure damn sure he'll want to be here with you.
Okay.
Mind your fucking business.
Great dad.
You're such a great mother.
And it's crazy you selfish and I'm self-centered.
Alright, go live and tell
I must
make a video, tell him I don't help you.
I must be the most selfless person when it comes to you.
A lot of you guys are suffering from reactive abuse. Many of you don't know what that is because you've been gaslit into believing that you were the problem in your situations with people. Now, reactive abuse is when a person has manipulated you long enough, when they've lied to you long enough, when they've gaslit you, when they have used you as bait, they have been condescending and sarcastic towards you. They belittled you throughout the whole entire relationship and treated you as if you were the problem. Okay, so the moment that you get tired, you get fed up, and you begin to act out in forms of aggression, you begin to treat them the same way that they treated you, then you become the aggressor in that person's mind. And the reason why you can't catch on to it, because they're so busy projecting, they're so busy passing along their energy to you, that you believe, even though you know that you're in the right, okay? You have every right to stand up for yourself. You have every right to defend yourself in this situation. But what the person or the abuser is doing, they're shifting blame as to make it appear that you are the one that's in the wrong, because you're choosing to stand up for yourself and no longer tolerate their misery, no longer tolerate their troublesome heart, their spirit. You're no longer willing to tolerate their childish and immature behavior. So the moment you begin to stand up for yourself, you're considered the bad person. This is called or considered reactive abuse, meaning that you are reacting to the abuse that is being given to you, whether physical, emotional, whatever type of abuse this is, it does not matter. You are reacting to this person's negligence towards you. So please do not fall victim. Do not place the blame on yourself after someone has gaslit you into believing that everything that's going on in the relationship, in the friendship, in the situationship is your fault. It is your problem. No, this is a way for the person to deflect. This is a way for them to push their insecurities off onto you so that they will look like the innocent party. Meanwhile, while trying to make it appear that you are the aggressor or that you are the bad individual. No, leave these type of people alone. Don't let them trick you out of your space, out of your square. Go heal, because listen, you really have to heal from people like this. When people come into your energy and they begin to siphon you, and sometimes it's just for no reason, it's because they're traumatized. And listen, I'm not saying that you don't have trauma. I'm not saying that you don't have issues. I'm not saying that you may not have an attitude every now and then. I'm not saying that you're the type of person that is passive aggressive or you allow people to run over you. No, you may be the very type of person that will speak your mind, that will stand up for yourself. But just know when you are in a situation, when you have entered into a situation with someone that is literally gaslighting the whole entire relationship, and they play the victim because the only thing they want to do is be in control. No, snatch your power back. Go heal and never return to the vomit that you spewed out of your mouth, because sometimes it can make you real sick, doesn't it? I hope this helps someone. Have a good day.
I don't care how this makes me look, but I'm saying that if I get a divorce, the kids are going to him. Can't have the kids here. I will be the fun mother that will pop back every weekend and say, hey kids, how's your life? How's you doing? Because I already did the sacrifice thing. I already sacrificed when I risked my life to bring out these kids. I refuse that, oh, we divorced. That means that you're splitting ways and living your best life while I'm here breaking my back and I can't even depend on child support. I know that child support is not coming nowhere. I see why men like being a father. It's like an optional thing. It's like a once in a while, dipping my toes, let me try it out. And if I leave, I don't have society bashing me. I don't care if y'all gonna bash me. I promise you, I will be leaving. I will be on my vacations. I will pay the child support. I'll send a little money in. Here's a check, guys. You know, live your best life, as I too will be living my best life. Then it's like the fear of like, I'm scared to do that though, because it's like, those are my babies. They're my babies. Like, I birthed them. I can't just leave them like that. But like, how do I stick it to them? How do I stuff for the law? Like, that's just, I can't help but thinking that, like, would I actually do that? Would I actually, like, I would, I might. I don't know.
The narcissist's favorite way to get you to stoop to their level is through reactive abuse. A lot of you are asking me, what is reactive abuse? Reactive abuse, a lot of you have experienced this. If you've ever dealt with a narcissist, there's a chance you have experienced this, because this is one of their favorite ways to not only use and abuse you, but also to get you to their low vibrational level. So reactive abuse is when the narcissist will do any and everything. They will abuse you, lie to you, gaslight you, say all kinds of disgusting things to you. They will do all of these things. Some of them will even put their hands on you. They're physically abusive, emotionally abusive, financially abusive, all the abuse you can think about. They'll do that to you. And sometimes as a normal person, you try to rise above it. When they hurt you, you cry and you let it go. When they say something mean, you cry, or maybe you just let it go. You deal with it. You find other ways to cope and deal with it. But they will try to trigger you in so many ways, and they'll do the most disgusting things to you and get away with it because, again, you are a normal person, you are graceful, you are forgiven, and they'll continue to poke at you. And what ends up happening is, whenever you ignore their evil tactics, it really bruises their ego, because remember, I always tell you guys that narcissists, they function in dysfunction. So what they're trying to do is get you to get to their level, to their low vibrational level. And so when they're doing all of these evil things to you and you're ignoring it and you're letting them get away with it, or you're forgiving them, giving them grace, you would think that that would actually make them act better or see the good in you. No, it actually bruises their ego, because they want you to get to their level. So what they'll do is the tactics will get higher and higher and worse until they finally get you to react. So let's say they said the most disgusting things about you. They always do this and you always let it go. And one day they say something super mean and super hurtful, and then you react. You maybe say it back, but they're recording it, or they have their phones out, they have their secret recordings out, or maybe you're out in public, you're out amongst family members, you're surrounded by friends. Anything to get evidence of what they have been saying about you, because what they do is they tell people that you're the narcissist, you're the toxic one, you're the abusive one. So they'll do these things to get you to react, and once you react, they'll capture your reaction, and that's all they're going to talk about now. That is called reactive abuse. They'll do something to get you to react in the worst way possible, and then they'll hold that against you, and they'll tell everybody that this is who you are, this is how you are, when the whole time you have been letting them get away with all of the messed up, effed up things that they've done to you, and you finally just snapped, and they'll use your snap to paint a picture of you, saying that you are in fact the abuser, you are the narcissist. So that is their best way to get you to their level. When they get you to the point where now you're acting like them, you're cussing, you're yelling, you're screaming, you're breaking things because you snapped, you're mad. If you push someone far enough, they're gonna react, and that's what they want. That's the reaction they want out of you. And this is why I tell you guys, be smart and notice when they're trying to do this to you, because this is their only way to get normal people to their level. Otherwise, they are powerless. If you're ignoring their abuse, you're ignoring everything they're doing to you, it hurts them. It hurts their ego, because they're like, how come I'm the only toxic one? How come I'm not emotionally intelligent enough to ignore the BS? How come I'm not as smart and intelligent and calm and, again, emotionally intelligent as this person? How come I'm the one always acting the fool? So they get injured. It's a narcissistic injury. And so they'll do everything in their power to get you to that level. And remember, they're also telling people that you're the narcissist, and all they need now is proof, evidence, right? So when you react, when you finally snap and react, that's the evidence they always wanted. They're going to take that now and tell everybody, see, I told you, she's the narcissist. He's the abuser. He's the toxic one. Look how he's talking. Look how he's hitting me. Look how he's breaking things. Look how she's doing this. She's doing that. She's doing this. That is called reactive abuse, and that is the narcissist's best way to get you to their low vibrational level so you can act like them. But not only that, they'll take your reaction and paint a picture of you that they've always had, but now they have evidence. So be smart. Look out for those reactive abuse and ignore it. The best way to further abuse the narcissist, so to speak, is to ignore the tactics. Just continue to ignore them. I tell you guys, if you need to cry, go behind the door, go to the closet, go to your mama's house, your best friend's house, go to your car. Don't let them see you sweat. Don't give them the reaction that they want so much, because that is the opposite of you ignoring them. When you ignore them, it's an injury to them, but your reaction is supply for them, and it makes them happy, and they can finally say, yes, I am in fact better than this person. I am in fact, smarter, and I do have control of this person, not only physically but emotionally as well. So be smart and think smart. Follow me here if you like my content, and also follow me on my YouTube page. You'll find the link in my bio, and you can also book a one-on-one coaching call with me. The link is in my bio as well. I'll see you guys in the next one.